Hello everyone, welcome to another video tutorial from Crescendo Systems, the specialists in everything speech recognition. This is an introduction into the speech on demand software developed by Nuance, which is the engine that drives the Dragon Professional Anywhere, Dragon Legal Anywhere and Dragon Medical One products. Before you start, you need to ensure that your audio device is plugged in. It's also very important you ensure the audio device that you've selected to use with Dragon is a high quality. Some devices such as built-in webcam microphones or non-branded headsets may be good enough for an online meeting, but they do not provide the quality that Dragon needs for optimum accuracy. In fact, if you find Dragon is missing words or returning the wrong words to the screen, the audio device is the first thing that should be checked. While we're on audio devices, I just wanted to give a quick mention to the Nuance Power Mic Mobile, which is available for Dragon Medical One. It's a subscription-based app available for both Android and iOS devices, which turns your smartphone into a high-quality wireless recording device which can be used anywhere. Just open up your desktop application, open the smartphone app and away you go. There's a link below to a video tutorial showing how the app works, and please get in touch if you'd like to try it out. We offer a 30-day trial on all products we supply. If you watched one of the previous videos for installing your product, you should have the software icon on your desktop. For those of you who missed those videos, please see the links below which will walk you through the process, and then pop back and carry on with this tutorial. You can launch the software using the desktop icon, and this will open up the screen where you need to put in your login details. These would have been supplied to you on your welcome email when you signed up for the trial or the subscription. After logging in, you'll be presented with the options screen asking you to select your microphone device, a language and maybe a specialty if you're using Dragon Medical One. Once you've made your choice, click OK to open the main Dragon bar. The Dragon bar can be moved around the screen by dragging it with your mouse, and at each end we have an icon. On the right we have the flame, which gives you access to the application settings, your vocabulary, commands and AutoTexts, which we'll go through shortly, and on the left it's the record button. The record button can be controlled with your mouse or the plus key on the numeric pad of your keyboard. It can also be controlled with professional dictation devices from the likes of Philips and Olympus. The microphone is red when it's switched off and it's green when it's switched on and listening. And it's important to note, when you have finished dictating, you must remember to switch the microphone off, because all the time Dragon is listening, it will try and transcribe what it can hear. Dragon's primary function is to turn voice into text and save you as much time as it can, but it can also listen for commands, control your computer and do things on your behalf. For example, if we switch the microphone on and say, "Open Microsoft Word," it will open that application for us. We can also navigate the application by issuing commands, such as pressing enter to open a blank document. Press enter. But don't get too caught up on command and control, because not everything is faster by voice. Sometimes it's just easier to click with your mouse. When it comes to its main strength, dictation, it's important to remember that there's no secretary here who's going to tidy things up for you. So you need to help Dragon by giving it punctuation, so it knows when to use capitalization, and give it context so it can ascertain which word or spelling of a word is best based on the words that surround it. For example, if we dictate weather, full stop, new line, as in what the weather is like outside, Dragon has no idea which spelling of the word to return and makes an assumption, and this is because we didn't supply any context. But if we say, "I wonder whether the weather is going to be hot tomorrow, full stop, new line," you can now see Dragon knows which spelling goes where based on the context and the words either side. You can also see by saying full stop, it adds a full stop ensuring the next word is capitalized, and by saying new line, Dragon moves to the next line, keeping your document structured. When dictating, it's helpful to think about what you want to say before you say it and get into a steady flow, letting Dragon adapt to you talking at a normal pace. And don't worry about Dragon keeping up with you. There won't be any problem there, no matter how fast you talk. Obviously, we don't live in a perfect world and there are going to be times when mistakes are made. So let's pretend we started a dictation and then thought, that's not right, let's start again, which is something quite common. We can just issue a command, scratch that. And as you can see, this removes the last text put onto the screen. Dragon can also reverse most changes. You just need to say, undo that. And as you can see, we're now back to where we were. And talking about not living in a perfect world, yes, you guessed it, Dragon also makes mistakes, and there will be instances where it gets words wrong, especially in the early stages, but it's easy to make corrections and there are several ways that you can do this. Option 1 is to highlight the incorrect word using your mouse and overtype it using the keyboard. It's probably the quickest way to deal with a single incorrect word, but unless you ask Dragon, Dragon won't know that you've made a correction and won't learn anything, so try to only use this option if you made the mistake. Option 2 is to ask Dragon to select or correct the word for you. When you do this, Dragon knows you want to do something and offers you a context menu with what it thinks you might want. Select hot. Dragon now knows something isn't quite right and opens the context menu with various spellings and variations to choose from. If the option you want is in the list, choose it by saying the phrase next to the option. In this example, we're going to capitalise the whole word. Choose to. Now Dragon didn't learn from what we did here, but it would have done if you'd chosen a different spelling, and the next time you said the word, Dragon would then put that one onto the screen instead. Just to note, there are some cases where you will need to correct Dragon several times before it will do what you've asked. If you find Dragon still refuses to learn, get in touch and we'll help you achieve what you need, as there are lots of ways of getting Dragon to do what you want it to do. Dragon's vocabulary is in the cloud, and not only does it follow you from machine to machine, but it's automatically updated with new words each day. That said, there will always be instances where you will need to add a word that doesn't exist, such as a person's name. For example, my colleague's name is Jeff Harris, spelt with one R, but if I dictate Jeff Harris, full stop, new line, I get Jeff Harris with a double R. In this instance, I would need to add this to the vocabulary so Dragon knows about it. The easiest way to do this is to say Manage Vocabulary, then click the plus icon at the top of the window, type Jeff Harris with one R and click Use Default Pronunciation. Dragon will now recognise the name the next time you say it. Jeff Harris. You can also add phrases, which can be especially helpful if you want to add the name of a local court, council office, or even a GP surgery. Adding phrases helps Dragon identify what is being said, as less mistakes can be made if it is looking for multiple words together. One of Dragon's biggest time-saving features without a doubt is AutoTexts. These can be text snippets, sentences, paragraphs, or even whole pages of text which are required more than once. For instance, if you have a disclaimer that you add to specific documents, this can be added as an AutoText and inserted using a voice command. The easiest way to set up an AutoText is to say Manage AutoTexts. Then click on the plus icon at the top of the window, type the name of the AutoText, an optional description, a spoken form if it's different from the name, and finally insert the body of the text that you want in your document. Click Apply All and close the window when finished, then switch the microphone on and issue the name of the AutoText. Insert Disclaimer. Now what we have done here is very basic, but you can see how this can save you time over the course of the day. Just remember to name the AutoText with names that you can remember, or keep a list handy. Another time-saving feature is the ability to program Dragon to do things for you, such as opening a non-standard program, or pressing keys on the keyboard. For instance, Microsoft Outlook allows you to start a new email by pressing the Ctrl and N keys on the keyboard, so you can program Dragon to press these keys when you say a certain word or phrase. You could even get Dragon to insert your electronic signature into Microsoft Word using a certain word or phrase, like this. Insert Signature. Dragon can also interact with your day-to-day applications, such as a patient record system, a case management system, or any other type of application to help speed up your day even further. But this isn't going to be covered today, as commands can be quite in-depth, but do get in touch if there is something that you need, as we have integrated lots of different types of systems and we have a lot of expertise in this field. And to wrap things up, I just wanted to cover a couple of things that you may come across or find useful along the way. The dictation box. This is a small window where text is sometimes placed if Dragon is not able to put the text directly into the final application, such as applications written using older technologies. Just think of it as a go-between, and if you do get any text in the box, just place your cursor in the destination and say transfer text. Anchor in the speech focus. Dragon allows you to anchor the focus to a particular application so you can dictate with it minimized. This is particularly useful if you only have a single computer screen, such as a laptop, and need to dictate directly into one program while looking at another. To anchor the speech focus, place your cursor into the destination application and say Anchor Dictation. Then switch to the second application and you can carry on dictating. When finished, open up the first application and you will see your text. Say Release Dictation when complete, and now you can go to a different application to dictate. What can I say? If at any time you need a list of what commands Dragon will respond to, including your AutoTexts, formatting and navigation or correction, turn on the microphone and ask Dragon, "What can I say?" This will bring up access to everything that Dragon understands, divided into sections to help you find things easily. And finally, if you need anything Dragon related, from installing on a single machine to setting up a thin client environment, creating an email signature, to integrating with a bespoke application, or just getting usage reports to make sure that you're making the most of your subscription, come and talk to us. Our help desk looks after thousands of Dragon users and are very knowledgeable. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and feel free to browse the others, especially if you want to achieve something that wasn't covered today. All of our videos are freely available on our website.